Hey there, crypto family. Welcome back to another video where I'm bringing some cryptocurrency news. This comes from Cointelegraph magazine, and it's 6 questions for Mitch Liu of Theta Labs. Blockchain is just the technology that allows us to add new value to the media industry, not necessarily replacing the entire industry. But yeah, so I don't like this intro. Blah, blah, blah. Hey, crypto family, welcome back to another video where I'm bringing that daily crypto news. And I'm a big fan of Theta, so once I saw this, they had an article asking Mitch Liu 6 questions, I had to report it. So here we go. Blockchain is just the technology that allows us to add new value to the media industry, not necessarily replacing the entire industry, but it's adding value. So let's go over this article and let's see which 6 questions Cointelegraph asks Mitch Liu. This week, our 6 questions go to Mitch Liu, co-founder and CEO of Theta Labs, a decentralized video streaming platform powered by users and built on a new blockchain. Theta Labs is the organization behind the Theta Network, a fast green blockchain designed from the bottom up for media and entertainment. In 2019, Mitch launched Theta.tv, a decentralized live streaming platform that makes use of tokenized bandwidth sharing to make video content delivery faster and cheaper than the mainstream alternatives. Most recently, Mitch and his team launched the Theta Drop, an NFT marketplace powered by the Theta Network. Mitch has been an investor and an entrepreneur in the tech space since 2007. He received a bachelor's in science in computer science, or a BS in computer science engineering from MIT, conducted research at MIT Media Labs, interacted cinema group, and received an MBA from the Stanford Graduate School of Business. So that's a little about Mitch Liu and who he is, and that gives you a little idea. He's pretty a smart man. Yeah. So he's got the education degrees and created this entire network. So here's the first question. What has been the toughest challenge you faced in our industry so far? I think convincing stakeholders in legacy industries that blockchain and Web3 technologies have a place in the industry's future. Understandably, this wasn't as hard with the tech folks. New technologies and new ideas are kind of the bread and butter. But you'd be surprised at how often or how even people in those spaces can be wedded to an older way of doing things. It's hard to totally reimagine your industry. I don't blame anyone for that. In media and entertainment, it has been a little more difficult. The transition from television with radio and Web 1 to social media and Web 2 seemed pretty intuitive. We're traveling from one directional kind of media to a shared, more collaborative model. Web 3 and distributed ledger technology are the same but turbocharged and a little harder to wrap your head around. But we started to see a shift in the attitudes of media companies. Once people realize how, for example, sharing computer power and bandwidth to reduce cost and energy consumption in video streaming works, the concept clicks for them pretty quickly. One day, Web3 will just seem just like as intuitive as the TV. I really believe that. So yeah, it's just going to click with people. Once people realize you're saving money, it's like, oh, I can save money? Yes, let's do the swap. And then they'll be pretty quick to pick it up. Question number 2 to Mitch was, what does decentralization mean to you and why is it so important? To me, decentralization means taking back control and sharing power with the people and the broader community. Over the last couple decades, we have sleepwalked into an internet, a society even that has placed far too much power in the hands of too few people and organizations. Tech giants like Facebook or Meta, their new name, are starting to realize that, and they're now trying to innovate and change their narrative to convince users that they are still valued. Next question number 3, when you tell people you're in the blockchain industry, how do they react? Mitch goes, I'm quite lucky. Most of my contemporaries are familiar with what I do and react really well to our work in the blockchain space. I also have an easier answer I can use if I want, because in so many respects, Theta is in the business of media and entertainment, and it's easier to understand that rather than blockchain is just the technology that allows us to add new value to the media industry, not necessarily replacing the entire industry itself. So yeah, so it's a lot easier for him to say, like, I'm in the media entertainment industry, but like the technology, like the blockchain itself is what's powering that business. And people will go, oh, okay. And that's what they're going to start realizing. Like blockchain technology is going to be the underlying technology, the code, the software that's going to be running everything. And what it's linked to On top of that, that can be anything. With him, he just can easily go, yep, it's the media entertainment, and that's what Theta's doing. Okay, let's see. Question number 4. Which 2 superpowers would you most want to have, and how would you combine them for good or evil? Mitch goes, I would have to pick one for practical reasons and one for fun. As much as I like to sleep, it can be such an inconvenience when you have so many plans. I'd love to be able to spend more time on Theta. We have so many exciting projects in the works, and instead of spending my nights with my head on the pillow, it would be a great to turn that into productive time. I have no distractions, and yeah, hold like 8 hours in the day. And then his second power would be have the ability to fly. Sure, it has practical transportation elements. Is that cheating? But it would also be greatest adrenaline rush. Not bad, Mitch. Having the ability to not have to sleep. That actually is a good superpower. And then second power, yeah, it's always a common superpower. Everyone wants to fly. I prefer super speed because you can just run on water and you get to places much faster. Let's see. Question number 5 from Mitch. If you didn't need sleep, what would you do with that extra time? I'd like to spend as much time as possible with my friends and family. Life is too short, and it's only after a hard week at your desk that you realize how little time there is for the good things in life. To relax and unwind with the people you love is one of life's blessings, and I'd love to spend more quality time doing it. Beautiful. I would too, and I'm sure everyone else would as well. And 6, the final question to Mitch. What should we be teaching our kids? Mitch goes, things are almost never as hard as they first appear to be. Unless you're blessed with unnatural confidence, taking on a new challenge is always difficult, but I have lost track of all the times in my life when a task seemed impossible, yet I ended up either doing better than I expected or learning from the experience. And this has nothing to do with my natural ability at any given thing. From what I can see, this is universal. Try your best, and it will be infinitely easier the next time around. Now, a wish for the young, ambitious blockchain community. I would like to wish them the best of luck in the space and tell them to keep on innovating. It is them who will lead us to global adoption. We'll get there. It's just about when. So that's right. It's going to get there. Adoption is. But yeah, those were 6 questions given to Mitch Liu, CEO of Theta Labs. He gave us some great answers, some fun ones with that superpowers one. But yeah, it was a great news article. This is like a little, not even an article. This was like an interview with Mitch Liu in written form. So very nice. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If so, hit that thumbs up, subscribe to the channel so you do not miss a beat, and I will see you in the next video.